What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adoptionism here, and this is going to be a video on covering this raging topic that has just been oh so popular just literally in the last 24, maybe getting close to 48 hours, about how Bungie has cut a lot of Destiny content out of the game that was originally supposed to be a part of launch. A lot of people have been out there stating about how during the beta, or not the during the beta, or how during the E3 reveal, that a lot of the stuff that they revealed or that they showed to us during those times is not accessible in Destiny right now like they said it was. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this started. Like you guys can see, this is literally one of the first thing that pops up when you type in Bungie fraud or Destiny DLC drama or anything like that. Like you guys can see, there's several things, and the big one that we're getting into right here is the second one you guys see, where it says Bungie employee AMA on Reddit. Apparently a bunch of people were posting up questions, and this guy known as 404 Architect started posting up claiming to be a Bungie employee. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to read this over with you guys. 404 Architect claimed, I can confirm that there were sudden and abrupt changes in the development of Destiny less than a year ago. There was tension between higher-ups, and the entire time we were developing the title due to a lack of cohesion about the vision for the game. He's pretty much stating that pretty much two sides of the company, or of the different between Activision and Bungie, or just within Bungie themselves or within Activision themselves, people were just bumping heads and things were going back and forth. And apparently, it also said that one side of the argument was saying that they wanted it to be more of like a large dynamic space, more like a MMO Mass Effect feel to it, and that way a lot of things were a lot more easily accessible. Now, he also states here that then Joe left and everything just fell apart. Now, by Joe, he is referring to Joseph Staten, who is, I believe, I don't know if he's still there. I know he rejoined Microsoft Studios on January 9th of 2014, and he's one of the leading cinematic directors for Sunset Overdrive. So I believe he was still a part of the development of Destiny. Exactly, I mean, I'm not too sure. I've just tried to get as much of this as I could possible in this short amount of time. And then he said, by the time we were 7 months out to release, where it came down that we were making massive revisions to the game's story. And like you guys know, we'll actually go on a little part here, and then I'll go back to that. But all of the Last City factions had their storylines and dialogue cut. The Guardians' initial introduction to the Tower and the Last City was cut, and all the origins were homogenized down to one originally used for exo characters. So right there, that's pretty much stating that each species, like human, exo, and awoken, originally had completely different introductions into it. Like how you get revived by like a rusted up car by your ghost out in fallen territory. And apparently this guy, who's claiming to be a Bungie employee, is saying that that was originally for the EXO. The two other ones had completely different introductions. So then he also says, like, most of what was cut was planned to be repolished into DLC. Pretty much saying that, oh, okay, you know what? That way we can make more money. We're gonna block this off for the full game, and then make people have to pay for it. So yeah. So on to this next part. He then later on also stated team cohesion was breaking down again. 2013 was particularly turbulent when Joe left. That was the final nail in the coffin for much of what came before. Many of the lost cinematics you've seen in the trailers or teasers, most of which never see the light of day again due to how Destiny's story was altered. Cinematics for the original storyline were completed past what you know as the end of the primary story now, which is the Black Garden. There were cinematics for each race's introduction, of which now only EXO remains, homogenized into incorporate all Guardians. There's a significant amount of unused voice work, which is being saved for incorporation into DLC, though not all of it can be salvaged. So again, they're saying that there was a lot of dialogue and cinematic parts that were put into it, but again, they cut all that out. Which, this part, like right where it says about the different species, I mean, I know he's probably talking about the Guardians, like the Awoken, the Human, and the Exos. But at the same time, I mean, I would also have to take in consideration right there of exactly what it means. Because, I mean, if you think about it, throughout the main story of the game, you're not really introduced to the Cabal, like, whatsoever. You just go from Vex, and you go to Mars, and all of a sudden you see these giant armored monkey things shooting at you that you find out are known as Cabal. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. He also states later on that there's an ongoing plan to release regular DLC flow provided the game continues to be profitable projects, to be profitable in the future. If the end user experience thus far is any indication, it may not be enough content. The game is considerably more barren than what was intended to ship. So right there, he's talking about like it being barren. Pretty much, it's a lot more empty and dry than what it originally was planned for release. Now, again, guys, this is just me basing off of opinions and what people are seeing or saying. And then this guy claiming to be a Bungie employee. We'll show you guys a little bit later on of why this is more like a big video game conspiracy of all sorts. You guys will see that later on in the video. But yeah, just a lot of stuff got cut out, put as DLC, and right now the game is a lot more dead than it was before, and it's just because they want to make more profit. They want to make more money, which as a company, of course, that's what you're going to do when it comes to marketing and business, is that you want to make as much money as possible from whatever little or however much work you do. So let's go on to the next part. So this is somebody ended up also posting back on Reddit saying that they found out that they're claiming that they found out that this 404 architect Bungie employee, in quotes, is a fraud. He says if you click the link, which I'll show you guys in the next one, if you click the link, you scroll down about 6 to 8 comments. DJ, which is the community manager, I believe, for the Destiny app and for the forums and stuff like that. He's the guy that pretty much tells you what like the patch preview, the up and coming DLC is gonna be. He's the guy that always posts up on Bungie's behalf on the Destiny app about everything that's happening. So I mean, if you look at some of the stuff the guy says, like let's see, PR people work mostly to harbor relationships with the public, just as DJ does. Okay, that's exactly okay. Public relations, by the way, is what PR stands for. The big difference, however, is that DJ does not work with media directly or with the public as a whole, which he doesn't. Usually when it comes to that, that is always completely responsible, and that's all up on the CEOs and the VPs and the lead designers and developers. So that's another thing that, like, pretty comfortable comment right there. He's not the sole speaker on behalf of the company. DJ is exactly what his job title says, a community manager. Okay, if he were a public relations guy, he'd be doing a lot more work on the side of marketing, media relations, press, and mass media. So they're pretty much saying that DJ is just the guy that talks to you. He's not the person that tries to market everything or hype up everything or try and sell you guys the product and the DLC. He's just the guy that's here to interact and to hear what we all have to say. So let's go ahead. We'll go on to the next part. After you click the link, it brings you to a Bungie forum where DJ actually responds saying that you are being trolled and don't believe it. Don't let it happen. Bungie employees are easy to spot in the wild. Which, if you actually look on the Bungie forums, this is where 404 Architect kind of starts to seem a little sketchy. But then again, if he is a Bungie employee and he's trying to remain anonymous, of course he's not going to log into his actual thing on Bungie. But Bungie employees on the Destiny website and the Bungie website all have this little blue Bungie card name thing right next to their name, just like how DJ does. And like you guys can also see here, there's like over 1,000 replies to what DJ said, and I'm not gonna lie, I went through a lot. I couldn't find any like ones that really had any good contradictions that I could show you, but a lot of them are negative about how DJ is just trying to cover up his company. It's turning into a huge conspiracy, and this is where stuff starts to get like really chaotic. So with that being said, guys, I mean, I understand that it kind of sounds like I rambled on, but this is just me trying to inform you guys about what's going on. Please don't believe everything. I mean, I'm still on the fence about it. I honestly, part of me with how, I've played through the campaign, I've grinded the shit out of this game. I've been doing so much to this game, with this game, for this game, and honestly, I don't know who to believe, because this guy has, sure, a lot of the stuff that 404 Architect says is a lot of publicly known information, but there's also a lot of stuff in there that you as a gamer, as you've gone through or as you've experienced in the past before, like Activision has done, there's a lot of stuff here that is missing and that gets really sketchy, and whether it's made up or not, a lot of the stuff that this architect guy says makes a lot of sense. So in my opinion, I believe that it could be true, but the fact that it's only posted on Reddit and not really anywhere else, that's where I start to also kind of have a little bit of skepticism towards it. So please, guys, let me know your opinion down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. And yeah, guys, please just try not to believe everything. Keep an open mind about it. Until next time, guys, this has been your boy Adopt. Peace out.